Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whomever, wherever, and whenever you're watching this from. It's really late, much past my bedtime, especially considering I was at home all day with a migraine today, which I've come to realize I manifested for a multitude of reasons and by a multitude of means. I wasn't even really intending on making a video or speaking to this at all. However, now that the migraine is gone, funny, even while trying to drown my thoughts and promptings with binge watching shows and whatnot, it's not working. So here I am. Again, boy, geez, these videos just get more and more personal and okay. For the better part of this year, I realized I've been going through a dark night of the soul. And even though most of the time it hasn't looked like it to myself or possibly to others, it has been a dark night of the soul. I started off the year with a 6-week long fit of depression and drowning myself in a bottle. Which I can look back and also was drowning the life I had built for myself, and has put me in the position that I'm in, which is not where I want to be. However, I do realize the necessity of this, because without having gone through that, I wouldn't have realized what I really feel I want for my life. Funny thing about the dark nights of the soul is that they usually happen when you're going through a great process of awakening, and it doesn't always have to happen just once. Sometimes it happens multiple times and in different ways. I've pretty much cut myself off from my personal Facebook page for the better part of 3 months, for several reasons. One being to shield myself from outside negative energy, and also to shield myself from being vulnerable, and also because there's a little bit of shame about not being where I want to be, about knowing that the changes in my life that are changes that I didn't necessarily want to happen in the way that they did, having come about. You know, I went from living the quote-unquote normal life, going about my business, building a business, raising a child, dating, talking normal stuff, to having the Mandela effect everywhere I looked, to being thrown into this incredibly deep, incredibly massive spiritual process of diving deep within and learning to trust yourself. And some of those things that are very deep-seated and long-lived are hard to look at and still come out on the other side trusting yourself. And there are a lot of really good days of smiling and pushing through, and then there are days that it's just so overwhelming. I'm grateful and thankful to have my eyes opened to the amazing wondrous change of reality. Watching timelines shift, feeling timelines shift, going through all of the unbelievable experiences and between the people and the beings that we come in common contact with, and the synchronicities that now they're just so constant, and so it's almost comical, to having confirmations of thoughts and things that are coming out of my mouth, or confirmations of certain experiences. I don't even know what brought me to this realization today, but it's all for my own higher good. As uncomfortable as it is. Sorry if my camera's mixed. I'm shaking now. But I'm seeing some of the root causes of what's been holding me back. And that's kind of what this is about, is being able to see those karmic trends and to put a stop to those karmic cycles, to realize our purpose as individuals and as a collective,